to conduct half an hour extra conduct a session of 1.5 hours. So just wanted to confirm with you whether you will be comfortable with that or not. If we extend our session by half an hour, will you be comfortable with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We are extending it by half an hour just because we will be able to, so that we can able to finish our syllabus as soon as possible. Hope you understand. All right.
Yes, sir.
We will be conducting a session of 1.5 hours. All right. So let's start. Let's just a minute. We have discussed a lot in the issue of debenture. Let me just move to the question number 16 straightforward. All right, question 16 we already did in the previous session. So in today's discussion we'll talk about the interest on debentures. All right, just a moment, give me a second. Okay. Yeah. So Prerna, let's start with the interest on debenture. First of all, you need to understand that interest on debenture is a kind of, it is an expense on the part of the company, right? When company issues debenture to the investor or the debenture holder, that debenture holder is entitled to claim interest on the debenture that he have got, or the amount that he have invested into the company. He is entitled for the interest on those amount that he have invested, and he will be entitled to claim interest depending upon what percentage of debenture he have bought. I mean, which category or which kind of debenture he have bought. Like if he had bought 10% debenture, in that case he'll be getting a 10% interest per annum. If he have purchased a 9% debenture, in that case he'll be getting 9%, and as the case may be. But see, when interest on debenture is paid by the company, at that time we need to pass two entries. First entry is done to make the interest on debenture due. Then we'll pass the entry for making the debenture for the payment of interest. Two entries will be done when interest is due and when interest is paid. All right. So just a second. Let me explain it in a little detail. Let's suppose that company have issued 10% debenture in which Mr. X have invested. Let's suppose he have bought 2,000 debentures and the face value of debenture was 100 each. In that case, Mr. X must have invested 200 into 100, 2,000 into 100. That means he must have invested 2 lakh rupees in the company for buying the debenture. Right. So when debenture is issued, the interest which is payable on this debenture, this is the interest rate, 10% is payable on this amount. But usually the interest is payable on half yearly basis. Keep that in mind. There could be two situations. Either company decide to pay the interest on annual basis, or company may also decide to pay the interest on half yearly basis. It is up to the company. Company may either choose to provide interest on annual basis or half yearly basis. It completely depends upon the company. Now, if we talk about, like, assume that the debenture has been issued on 1st of April of a particular year, then interest, if it is being paid on half yearly basis, then the first interest will be paid on after 6 months. That means April, May, June, July, August, and September. So till 31st of September, you need to pay the first interest for the first 6 months. And for the next 6 months, the interest will be payable on 31st of March. All right. So let's assume 10% debenture of 100 each has been issued, which 2000 debentures has been purchased by Mr. X, and interest payable on half yearly basis. Understood. This is the question. Now we need to pass the entry for the payment of interest. So when the due date of the payment will arrive, let's suppose the first due date will be 31st of September of a particular year. So on the due date of interest, the entry will be required. And that entry will be interest on debenture account debit to debenture holder account. Understood? This is the entry when the interest will be due. I hope this is clear. And apart from this, we have to pass another entry on the same date. This is to make the interest due. Another entry will be done to pay the interest. So as on 31st of September only, we'll pass the another entry that will be for the payment of interest to the debenture holder, and the entry will be debenture holder account debit to bank. Understood? Is it clear or not? Tell me, Brenda, this is clear, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now see, if this has to be repeated after the 6 month. After every 6 months, we will be repeating this entry. Now, if I take our example, since we have issued, since this investor had purchased 2000 debentures, having a face value of 100 each, that means total investment that he has made is 2 lakh. We will first of all calculate the interest for the 6-month period. That will be 2 lakh upon 2 lakh. We'll calculate 10% interest, but for only 6 months, right? All right. So this will be
Yes,
10,000
sir.
for the first 6 months. This is due, and 10,000 will be paid to bank on the same day. Okay, after the 6 month, next 6 month period, this entry has to be repeated. Next entry will be done on which day? Can you please tell me? Next interest will be payable on which date?
31st March.
Yes, on 31st of March, this entry has to be repeated. So on 31st of March, again, we'll pass the entry for making the interest due for the next 6-month period. That will be interest on debentures account debit to debenture holder account. All right. Again, if you do the calculation, you will get the same value 2 lakh into 10% for the next 6-month period. That will be 10,000. Okay. This is the entry for making the interest due. And the next entry will be done for on the same day, on 31st of March of that particular year. Entry will be debenture holders account debit to bank. Understood? So these two entries have to be repeated after every 6-month period if interest is payable on half yearly basis. But if interest is payable on yearly basis, then it has to be done only at the end of the year, as on 31st of March. Tell me if this is clear or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, see, there is one more point that I want to discuss with you. When the interest is paid, first interest will be paid on 31st of September, next interest will be paid on 31st of March if it is being paid on half yearly basis and the year is the accounting year. Alright. Now after making all the payment of interest that we need to pay throughout the year, we have to transfer the entire interest expense to the profit and loss account as well. Keep that in mind, because interest on debenture is an expense, right? And all the expense eventually need to be transferred to the profit and loss account. So at the end of the year, we will, apart from passing these two entries, will have to pass one more entry. This is not required to be done at the middle of the year. This entry will be required only at the end of the year. Keep that in mind. Or this entry needs to be done only at the end of the year. So when it is the end of the year, we'll pass another entry. That means as on the same day, on 31st of March, this entry will be for transferring the interest expense to the P&L account. So the entry will be, whenever expense is transferred to the profit and loss account, profit and loss account get debited. I'm sure all of you know that. So statement of profit and loss account will be debited to interest on debenture. Interest on debenture account. Understood? Understood? This is the.
Yes, sir.
Could you please tell me how much amount need to be transferred to profit and loss account? Whatever the interest that we have paid throughout the year, that need to be transferred to the P&L only, right? So,
20,000.
sorry, could you? Yes, 20,000. Total of 20,000 we have paid by way of interest on debenture. So the entire amount need to be transferred to P&L. I hope this is clear, everybody. So I'm sorry. Done? Understood now?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So these are the different entries that you will be doing, and I want you to note this down. Okay, interest on debenture, and it is to be paid. First entry will be done to make the debenture due, that is interest on debenture account debit to debenture holder account. Then the next entry will be for the payment of the interest, and at the end of the year, one extra entry will be required, that is on transfer of interest to the statement of P&L account. Please note this down.
Done, sir.
Am I audible, Prerna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right. So see, let's take an example to make it more clear. Let's suppose X Limited have issued 2010% debenture at the rate 800 each on 1st of April 2021. Interest is payable on a half yearly basis, as we have understood in the example as well. So the first interest that will be paid, the entries that will be required in such a situation will be, first of all, first entry will be done for the debenture issue, for the issue of debenture, right? And that will be done on the 1st of April. And on 30th of September, we need to pass another entry, which is for making the debenture interest due. And next entry will be done on the same day for making the debenture interest, for paying the debenture interest. All right. And after the 30th September, the next entry for the interest will be done on the 31st of March. And the entry will be debenture interest due. And the second entry will be for paying the debenture. All right. And one last entry will be done on 31st of March, apart from the both these entries, that will be the transferring entry for the interest on debenture to profit and loss account. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in that case, if it is clear, Prerna, I want you to try this question. Agam Limited have issued 40,009% debenture of 100 each on 1st of April at a discount of rupees 10%, redeemable at premium of 10%. Assuming that interest was paid half yearly on 30th September, 31st of March, with nodal entries relating to issue of debenture and debenture interest. Keep that in mind. You have to pass the entry for the issue of debenture as well as for the payment of interest as well. What do you think? Do you think you will be able to solve this question? Do you want to give it a try?
Yes, I want to try.
Okay, just give it a try quickly.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Prerna, please tell me the right entries that you did for this question. Starting with the issue entry for issuing the debenture.
Bank account debit to debenture application account.
Yeah. This will be done on 1st of April, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
36 lakh.
Yes. Yeah. Please
Debenture
go on.
application account. क्या sir?
Mm-hmm.
Debenture
Yeah,
application
please continue.
account debit.
ਹਾਂਜੀ.
Discount on issue of debenture account debit. Loss on issue of debenture account debit. To 9% debenture account. To premium on reduction of debenture account. 36
Yes.
lakh, 4 lakh, 4 lakh, 40 lakh and 40,000.
Yes. Correct.
Debenture account debit to debenture
Mm-hmm.
holder account.
Mm-hmm.
1,80,000.
Could you please repeat this? Debenture?
Account debit to debenture holder account.
No, debenture interest account debit, ना? और या आप इसकी जगह इंटरेस्ट ऑन डिबेंचर अकाउंट डेबिट कर सकते
Yes, sir. Interest on debenture account debit to debenture holder account.
हो.
So
Yes.
1,80,000.
Hmm.
Debenture holder account debit to bank account 1,80,000.
Yes, right.
Interest on debenture account debit to debenture holder account
Mm-hmm.
1,80,000.
Right.
Debenture holder debit to bank account 1,80,000. Statement of profit and loss account debit to interest on debenture account 36,000.
Yes. Correct. Everything is right. Good job. Well done. Okay. Then moving on to the next question, since you've already solved it. So next question is also similar in fact. Let me read this for you, and this you need to figure out and tell me whether you will be able to solve it or not. We'll be doing it in the class itself. All right. I'm not going to give this as a homework to you. Bright Limited issued 5,010% debenture of rupees 100 each on 1st of April 2021. The issue was fully subscribed. According to the term of issue, interest on debenture is payable half yearly on 30th of September and 31st of March. You need to pass the necessary general entries related to the debenture interest for the year ending 31st of March 2022 and the transfer of interest on debenture of the year to the statement of P&L account. Okay, so this question is not requiring you to pass the entry for the issue of debenture. It just requires you to figure out the interest and pass the entries that is necessary for the debenture interest and transferring that interest to the profit and loss account. That is. What do you think? Tell me whether you will be able to solve it.
Yes, sir.
So do you want to do that now? Please do it. Please give it a try. And I have one
Yes.
more similar question that I will be giving you as a homework. And as soon as you're done doing this, we'll move to the next topic. Okay, just finish it quickly.
Done, sir.
Okay. Tell me the entries, Prerna.
Interest on debenture account debit to debenture
Mm-hmm.
holder account 25,000.
Mm-hmm.
Debenture holder account debit to bank account 25,000.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It is same on 31st March. Like
Uh-huh.
interest on debenture account debit to debenture holder
Yeah,
account
yeah, got it, got
25,000.
it. Then one last entry for the transfer
A statement
for the
of
transfer.
profit and
Mm-hmm.
loss account uh, debit to interest on debenture account
Yeah, yeah,
50,000.
got it. Oh, okay, well done, good job. Okay. So with that, the concept of the interest on debenture is I gets clear. I have only one more question left on this topic, which is right now available with me, and I want you to try that question as well because that is little different than the both the previous questions. Just a moment, because this time, yeah, let me just give it. Let me just read this for you. It says on 1st of April 2020, VVL Limited issued 1,009% debentures of rupees 100 each at a discount of 6%. Or the debenture has been issued at a discount of 6%. Redeemable at a premium of 10% after 3 years. Okay, we need to pass necessary journal entries of the for the issue of debenture and debenture interest for the year ended 31st of March, assuming that interest is payable on 30th of September and 31st of March. Also, we will have to pass the entry for the transfer of interest to the PNL as well. So, how this question is different? This question is basically different because the debenture is being issued at discounted price, number one, and there is a term of redemption as well, right? And you know how to treat a question wherein the term of redemption is also there, right? Now, we understood this in the previous section. Got it? Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So, Brenda, I want you to try this question now.
Yes,
So
sir.
this question is basically this contains both the previous concept, the concept relating to interest on debenture as well as the previous concept that we discussed in the last session, right? Into issue of debenture with a term of redemption as well. So this is a good question. And yeah, one more thing. In the third line, in fact, it is written that redeemable at a premium of 10% after 3 years. See, years are not important right now. Whether it is written that it will be redeemable on installment basis or all the debenture amount will be redeemed at once after 5, 6, 10 years. Years are not important. Installments are not important. The only important thing is that it is to be redeemed at 10% premium. This is it. It is being issued at 10%, 6% discount. This is it. Years and installment, if it is given in the question, such information is not at all useful for us. Hope you understand this. Okay, Prerna, you want to you, want, you understood this, and I want you to try this.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Done, sir.
Done, Prerna. Okay. Yeah, tell me the entries.
Bank account debit to debenture application account
Mm-hmm.
94,000.
Debenture application and allotment, right?
Yes, sir.
Because there are no other installments. So instead of writing just debenture application, we should write debenture application and allotment.
Yeah. Next entry, debenture application and allotment account debit to nahi. Debenture application and
Yeah,
allotment
that is
account
right.
debit.
Mm-hmm.
Loss issue of debenture account debit
Yes.
to 9% debenture account to premium on redemption of debenture account.
Right. Could you please tell me the values as well?
94,000,
Uh-huh.
94,000, 16,000, 1 lakh,
Uh-huh.
and
Mm-hmm.
10,000.
Yeah, perfect. Very good. Then next entry
Interest
will be on.
on debenture account debit to
Actually,
debenture.
Prerna, you have to write down the dates as well, apart from the entries. Ensure that you write the date of the entry as well. Like the interest entry will be, you must be doing it on the 30th of September, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please continue.
Uh, Interest on debenture account debit to debenture holder account 4,500.
Yes.
Debenture holder account debit to bank account 4,500.
Mm-hmm.
And entry on 31st March. Interest on debenture account debit to debenture holder account 4,500. Debenture holder account debit to bank account 4,500. Statement
Mm-hmm.
of profit and loss account debit to interest on debenture account 9,000.
Yeah, correct. Good job. Well done. Okay. So with this question, we come to the end of the concept relating to interest on debenture, and now we'll move to the next question. Next concept, in fact, this is the last topic of the chapter, Brain. We'll talk about the see as previously discussed that the discount that a company provides on issue of debenture to its debenture holder or the investor is basically what? It is an expense. Do you agree with that? Discounts that a company provides to the debenture holder or interest investors, whatever the discount that company is allowing is a kind of expense,
Expense.
or you can also call it as a loss, right? It is a
Yeah.
loss for the company. And similarly, when company company will be providing premium on redemption, that will also be considered as a loss, right? Because let's suppose if company have issued debenture at 100 and it is company have decided to redeem the debentures at 10% or 20% premium. So the premium that company will be paying on redemption, that is also a kind of loss. Can we say that, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the discount or the premium provided by the company on the redemption of debenture, both are considered as the loss. And you know what? Loss need to be written off. At the end of the year, just like the interest is being transferred to the profit and loss account, right? As we just discussed in the previous concept, that because the interest on debenture is an expense and expense need to be written off to the profit and loss account. In the same manner, discount on issue of debenture and loss on issue of debenture that we have that has occurred because of the premium on redemption has to be written off. Now the question arises: where do we write off these losses? Using what amount or to which account we will be writing off these losses? So the answer is, first of all, what we'll do, we'll ensure that whether we have any security premium reserve available. And I'm sure that you must remember, like when we used to issue shares at premium, we transfer the premium amount to the security premium reserve account. Do you remember that? When we
Yes, sir.
issue shares, the amount that we charge as a premium we transfer to the security premium reserve. And
Yes.
similarly, debenture can also be issued at premium. And the extra amount that we receive on account of premium in respect of issue of debenture, that is also transferred to security premium reserve. So just like discount is a loss and premium on redemption is a loss, similarly security premium reserve is our gain. All right. So whenever we have pending amount in respect of discount on issue of shares or writing of loss, sorry, discount on issue of shares or premium on redemption of debenture, these losses first needed to be written off using security premium reserve. So we have the loss on the one hand, loss by the name of discount on issue of debenture or loss because of the redemption of redemption of debenture on premium. Will first of all ensure that whether we have sufficient amount of reserve available using which we can write off these losses, yes or no. If we have the security premium reserve, then we'll first of all try to write off all these losses through the security premium reserve. And after that, if there are amount which is left to be written off, the remaining amount will be then written off using the profit and loss account. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Is this? Let me read this for you, and I'll give you an example to make it more clear. Just pay attention, try to understand. It says generally any kind of loss is written off by transferring such loss to profit and loss account, right? But if there are any securities premium reserve, then discount on issue of debenture and loss on issue of debenture can also be adjusted with the security premium reserve apart from the profit and loss account. See, here you need to note an important point here. I'm not saying that you cannot write off the discount of issue of debenture or loss occurred because of the providing premium on redemption of debenture through the profit and loss account. You can do that. But first, we have to ensure that if we have sufficient amount of security premium reserve available, then we'll first of all try to adjust the loss with that security premium reserve and later with the profit and loss account. Hopefully, this is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me give you an example that it gets more clear to you. Let's suppose we have incurred a loss because of allowing a discount on issue of share or issue of debenture. Loss on issue of debenture is 50,000. And so this is because of the premium on redemption. Because we have provided premium on redemption. Then we have a loss because of the discount on issue of debenture. Discount on issue of debenture. This is, let's suppose this is also 1 lakh. Let's assume this is only 20,000. Okay. Now the total, if we talk about the total loss is 50 plus 20,000. This is the total loss. So usually what do? We just transfer the entire loss to the profit and loss account. But this time, before transferring to profit and loss account, we shall ensure whether we have security premium reserve available. If we have security premium reserve, then we will adjust this loss through the security premium reserve. And let me give an example. Let's take 3 cases. Let's suppose we have reserve of rupees 1 lakh. All right, and situation number 2, if we have security premium reserve equal to 70,000. And third situation could be if we have the security premium reserve but only of rupees 50,000. So in these 3 situations, how are we going to manage? Like in case 1, if we have security premium reserve of 1 lakh, that means we have sufficient amount of security premium reserve. In that case, the entire loss can be sufficiently written off using the security premium reserve, right? Even after adjusting the security premium reserve, we'll be left with 30,000 of security premium reserve. Understood? We don't have to transfer any amount to the profit and loss account. Why? Because sufficient security premium reserve is itself enough. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As for situation 2, we have loss of 70,000 and the security premium reserve is also 70,000. That means we have sufficient amount of security premium reserve to write off all the loss. But after paying off the loss, after writing off this loss, we won't be able to adjust it with any other. We won't be left with any other any amount of security premium reserve. And in this case as well, nothing needs to be written off using profit and loss account. Like in case 1, how much amount need to be written off to P&L? Answer is 0. And case 2 as well, nothing needed to be transferred to profit and loss account. Understood? But in case 3, because we have only 50,000 as security premium reserve and we need to write off loss of 70,000, but we don't have sufficient amount of security premium reserve, and in this case we'll only be able to pay off, we will only be able to write off the extent of 50,000. And after paying off the security, after writing off the loss to the extent of 50,000, there will be more 20,000 loss that need to be adjusted, and the remaining amount will be adjusted with the profit and loss account. Understood? 20,000 will be adjusted with profit and loss account. Tell me, this is clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is how the writing off of the loss work. Okay, we'll talk about it more, but I want you to note this down quickly. We'll discuss a few questions based on it, and how do we actually pass the entry to write off the loss. But before that, I want you to note this down. Please note this concept, and apart from this, you have to pass the entry. Note down the entry as well. Okay, the entry for writing off the loss is this. First of all, security premium reserve account debit to discount on issue of debenture to loss on issue of debenture. This is usually done. This is done when we have sufficient amount of security premium reserve available. If we do not have security premium reserve available, or the security premium reserve is not sufficient enough, then in that case, apart from security premium reserve account debit, we will have to debit the profit and loss account as well, or statement of profit and loss account debit should be debited as well. I hope this is clear. Okay. Please write this down quickly.
Done, sir.
This entry as well. This will be done obviously when we have sufficient amount of reserve available. If we do not have, what we'll have to do. Right now, we'll have to just debit the P&L account as well.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Okay. All right, then. So let's do a question based on it. See, this is a question wherein it says Ply Limited issued 2 lakh 10% debenture at a discount of 5%. The term of issue provide the repayment at the end of 4 years. Ply Limited has balance of 5 lakh in securities premium reserve, pass the journal entries for issue of debenture and also writing off of discount. Okay. I hope the question is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start with the solution of this question. Question number 20 it is. Just a second. So first of all, we'll have to pass the entry for making it for issuing the debentures, right? So Kitply Limited have issued 2 lakh debentures 10% at a discount of 5%. So the entry for issue of debenture is, tell me, bank account debit, is that right? To debenture
Application and allotment account.
and allotment account. And the value of the debentures were 2 lakh. However, it has been issued at a 5% discount. That means it must have been issued at 1,90,000. Right. And the question further says the term of issue provide the repayment at the end of 4 years. This is completely irrelevant. This is not at all important. However, the important thing in this is that it is to be redeemed, right? And however, the rate at what it will be redeemed is not given in the question. So we will simply presume that it will be redeemed at par value. Okay. Moving to the next entry. Next entry will be debenture application and allotment account 1,90,000 debit discount on issue of debenture account debit to 10% debenture account 2 lakh. Right? This is the entry that we'll do for the issue of debenture. Now, one last entry for writing of the debenture. Now, see, before writing of the debenture, writing of the loss, discount on issue of debenture, we need to ensure that how much amount we have available in security premium reserve. So we have 5 lakh available. That means we have sufficient amount of reserve available, right? So ultimately, what we'll write down? We'll write down securities premium reserve account debit to discount on issue of debenture 10,000. Can we do this?
Yes, sir.
Is that right? Understood? Clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
You have written it down?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you a similar question to try. Please give it a try. Question number 21. Gladiator Limited issued 10,000 8% debenture of 100 each at a discount of 5%, redeemable at premium of 5%, payable along with application. It had a balance of 70,000 in securities, premium reserve, and 50,000 in capital reserve as well. Debentures were fully subscribed and amount were duly received as necessary entries. Okay, question seems a little different, but not that difficult. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. Just give it a try. See, the capital reserve is not important. Okay, capital reserve is just to make you confused. This is not important at all. That's for our question.
Done, sir.
Okay, done. All right, Prerna. So please confirm the entries.
Bank account debit to debenture application and allotment account 9,50,000.
Yes.
Debenture application and allotment account debit. Discount on issue of debenture account debit. Loss on issue of debenture account debit to 8% debenture account to premium on reduction of debenture 9,50,000, 50,000, 50,000, 10 lakh and 50,000.
Okay.
And
Good job.
security premium reserve account debit to discount on issue of debenture account to loss on issue of debenture account.
Right.
1,50,000 and 50,000.
Okay. Could you please repeat that again? Just the values I want to confirm.
1 lakh and 50,000 and 50,000.
So this is for writing of the loss, no?
Yes, sir.
And could you please tell me the entry one more time, the last entry?
Security premium reserve account debit to discount on issue of debenture to loss on issue of debenture.
So how much we have the total reserve available? What is the amount of total reserve available with us? We have only 50,000 reserve available, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no?
Yeah.
So that means we won't be able to write off the entire amount using the security premium reserve. Is that right? We won't be able to write off the entire loss using the security premium reserve. Is that correct? The total loss we have is discount loss of 1 lakh and the premium on redemption is 50,000. That means total of 1,50,000 is there that we need to write off. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no. Okay, just a second. Yeah. So could you please tell me the entries again? Last one. Statement of profit and loss account debit. Security premium reserve account debit. Loss on issue of debenture. Can we see that?
Yes, sir.
And to premium on redemption of debenture. So basically, maximum of 70,000 can be written off from the security premium reserve, and the remaining amount, that is 80,000, need to be transferred to the profit and loss account. Is that correct? Is that correct as well?
No, sir, I haven't do this.
You haven't done this?
No.
So are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
It's clear now. Okay.
No.
All right. So let me check if I have other questions available. I think we should do one more question, and then I'll be able to give you one or two questions for the homework as well. Just give it a try to the next question number. Just a second. This one, question number 20. Read it carefully. Kazi and please let me know. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Done, Prerna?
The capital is account will be debited now.
Capital reserve account. Why do you need to debit capital reserve account?
Mm,
I don't think it is. It will be affecting the. You are basically saying that it need to be adjusted with the security premium reserve.
yes, sir.
I don't think so. You need to do that. You don't have to do that.
All right. Then what will be the entry of this?
You tell me the entries.
Bank account debit to debenture
Just a second.
application.
Basically, we have capital reserve available now, extent of 1 lakh now.
Yes, sir.
And apart from this, we have the security premium reserve as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And in this case, we will be debiting the capital reserve. You're right. We will have
Yes.
to debit the capital reserve.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell me the entries. Bank account
Bank.
debit, debenture application.
Yes, 1,80,000.
Mm-hmm.
Debenture application account debit.
Mm-hmm.
Discount on issue of debenture account debit. Loss
Mm-hmm.
on redemption of debenture account debit.
Mm-hmm.
To 7% debenture account. To premium on redemption. 1,80,000. 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 20 lakh, and 2 lakh.
20 lakhs. 20 lakh for what? 8 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh, then 10 lakh.
Yeah, 10 lakh.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Next.
Security premium reserve account debit.
Mm-hmm.
Capital reserve account debit.
Mm-hmm.
Statement of profit and loss account debit. To discount on issue of debenture account.
Okay. Got it.
To loss
That is
on.
right. That's right. That's enough. Okay, Prerna. That is so. All right. So this was all about question number 22. So this is everything about issue of debenture, Prerna. We're done with the chapter. We're giving you 2 questions for the homework as well, and would recommend you to try these questions. We'll discuss these if you are not able to solve these questions in the next session. Okay, so take the screenshot of question number 23 and the next question, question 24. Okay, quickly take the screenshot.
Done, sir.
Okay. Also take the screenshot of question number 24.
Done, sir.
Okay, then. So this is it. And this is it for today's session. This is it for this chapter. In the next class, we'll be starting with our third volume, volume 3, financial state. Okay, so yeah, this is it. We'll discuss a new chapter in the next session. Make sure you revise the concept and make sure you do the homework. Okay, we'll see you in the next session with a new chapter, new topic, and new questions. Till then, take care. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.